Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. I have close to 18 plus years of experience working in multiple MNCs around the globe and having in-depth knowledge of DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. So I would like to introduce you one certification program in a DevOps, and that is we call it DevOps Certified Professional. Now this is a 2 months of program, 25 tools of DevOps you will learn, and apart from that you will also get the access to the LMS, lifetime access to the videos portal. It's a certification program, and you will have 25 assignments and 2 projects along with it. It's a completely weekend program, so here you have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So as part of this course, you will learn multiple things. Here you see that you will learn Linux, AWS, Docker, Jira, Confluence, Python, Git with GitHub, SonarQube, Maven, Gradle, Packer, Artifactory, Selenium, JMeter, Ansible, Kubernetes, Helm, Terraform, Jenkins, Datadog, Splunk, and Neuralink. Now, how do we, apply for this? So how can you reach out to us? So you have a WhatsApp number and email ID. So please reach out to us and we'll help you to onboard this program. Apart from this DevOps certified professional programs, we are offering other certifications as well in a DevSecOps, SRE, and one of the very comprehensive programs which we have is in Mastered in DevOps Engineering. Yeah, so feel free to get in touch with us and then enroll for it. Thank you. Automatically should trigger. Code has been modified. Polling log also you can see that here. See here. Polling log complete one. Let me wait for it. Refresh. See. Third has been taken. Let it complete and then I'll show you the changes. So this is as per the rules. Now see, click here. Now you see the changes. See, this is my changes. I did it in this. So now this has triggered based on the commit. And that is the second option which you have, this one. Okay, all of you understood this?
Yes.
Okay, third options, what you can do, you can trigger using command line or script also. Yes, that is also possible. How? So actually, if you look at this tutorial, here I have a link to the tutorials actually. You can follow this one. So right now I'll simply call it out. So let me go and set this. So now here, this is the curl request we are making. And remind you, Jenkins is also based on the API, so you can make a curl request. And what is username? So Rajesh. Password, you require token here. How do you get a token? So for token, you go to Rajesh Kumar, configure here API token, generate a token for CMD, generate, generate. This is the token. So I copy this token. Now, which job you want to trigger? So this you have to modify carefully. Okay, so this you have to modify carefully. So for that, you know what? Save it and go to DevOps School, demo 1. This is the last build has happened 3. Okay, so this carefully you copy this URL build now. Okay, copy this. It'll be in the recordings. Okay, so here this one. I carefully copied this build now option URL, and now I can trigger the build using command line. This is the command line. How do I do that? So mind it, third one, last one. So clear the screen. One build unauthorized. How come? Wait a second. Let me check if I copied clearly or not. Unauthorized means the token did not work or never used. They may be the older token. Okay, so let me delete this, generate a new one. Command generate, copy, carefully paste it. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, copy paste mistake. Now you understood this. I'll just now copy, paste it. Wonderful. So now this is the code. Now I'll trigger this. Clear the screen. Enter. Done. Now it's done. Let me show you. Save this guy. Go to the job demo here. See,
Demo.
demo fourth,
Oh, good.
fifth. See that fifth,
Mm.
sixth. See the sixth in the left side here, cursor. Seventh, and here done. So guys, this is the way also you can also trigger the
Mm.
job. Okay, so this you can also try. Now there is a one job here. This is called trigger this job if other jobs is triggered. Okay, so this option we call it in Jenkins build after other projects are built. So that means, let me show you here. Let me modify build trigger, save it. I'll just, so here there's one job, one more job I wanted. So demo 2, this style, click OK, save it. Done. So here I said there's a demo 1 and there is a demo 2. Okay. So trigger this job, which job? Demo 2. If someone is triggering demo 1. Okay. So how do
Mm.
we do that? So go to the demo 2, go to the configurations, go to the build trigger. There's one option which is here. Select that demo 1 here. That means if the demo 1 is built, demo 2 will be automatically triggered.
Mm.
So see that demo 2 is not triggered right now. But if I go and trigger the demo 1 manually here, and now you see the demo 2 will be built automatically. Right now it has not built. Refresh, 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 refresh. See, demo 2 has also built. So this is the one options which is here. Okay, now these options we need to discuss. What exactly? So here it says, hey, trigger a job, trigger a job when there is a push into GitHub.
Okay.
What is the meaning of it? So let's create architecture here first. So this is my Jenkins, this is my GitHub, this is my laptop. Mind it. This is my Jenkins, this is my GitHub, this is my laptop, and this is me. What is saying? Trigger a job when there is a push into GitHub. So that means when I commit and push to GitHub, then this job should be triggered. So who will trigger the job? Who detected the push? GitHub. So GitHub will trigger the push, trigger this job. So for that we need a webhooks actually at GitHub. Are you understanding?
Web posts.
Webhooks at a GitHub. That means the moment I push to the GitHub, GitHub will detect that push and GitHub will trigger that URL of Jenkins, and then this job will trigger. Did you understand that, all of you?
How do we execute that in GitHub?
Yes. So what to do in this case? So in this case, you have to follow a little different tutorial, which is for, this is for GitHub and this for Bitbucket. So now here you have multiple steps you have to do in order to configure the here. So here, this is the diagram which I showed you. Here, step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, and step number 4. So now this is instruction has been given with the print screen. I would like you to follow this stuff and then
Okay.
do it. Now next one which we have is this one. Trigger another job after this job. Aka, under the post build action, you have a build other project. So let me do, now I'll do the integration of all the jobs with using these options. So here, what I want, theoretically understand that I want the scan job to trigger, scan job to trigger, build, build to trigger, test to package, and demo 1 and demo 2 I'll delete this to avoid the confusion. uh, Delete and delete, done. So now let me link it. So scan first will happen, scan will
Mm-hmm.
call build. So go to scan, go to the configuration, go to the build actions here, and at here build other project. What was that? Build, save it, refresh it. So build has happened. Build will trigger test. So build job, configure, same thing. Post build actions, build other projects. Which one? Test.
Test.
Save it,
Okay. Okay.
refresh it.
Got it.
Downstream test. Test will trigger what? Package. So
Package.
configure, post build
Post.
actions, same thing, and build other project here and package.
Mm.
And now you see that what I did, I integrated all the jobs. Now, if someone will
Mm-hmm.
trigger, let me delete the test scheduling actually. Hmm, hmm. So now, if someone will trigger scan, okay, so rest of the jobs will automatically will build. So let me show you this flow. Look at this area, cursor, build executor status and queue. So I'm triggering manually scan, and look at this here. Scan is in progress now.
Mm-hmm.
Left side, downside, if you look at this, scan is in progress right now. Build is in progress queue right now. You see test is in queue now.
Mm.
And finally, after the test, last is the test, I guess, right? Yeah, see that?
Okay.
And package, sorry, package is last one. So guys, this is called integration. But you know what? The functionality is happening, but visualization is not there.
Mm.
So I
Yes.
want to show you simple way, but we are not using that option, but still I want to show you, okay? So that
Mm-hmm.
build pipeline option. So how can I show you? So go to the manage Jenkins and go to
The
the
troubleshooting is
manage
very
plugin.
difficult, sir. Very, very
Yeah,
difficult
yeah.
in
No, it's
Jenkins.
just a habit actually. Habit. So there's one pipeline which is called build pipeline. This has got expired. We are not using it, but I want to show you still. Yeah, this is
Uh,
expired actually.
really?
Build pipeline.
Because when
Install
clients have
without.
in Jenkins, then
Yeah.
can't do anything.
See here. So we did this download, and I'll show you the visualizations for it. So see here, DevOps, build pipeline, create, and okay, see here. Don't use this plugin. This is broken, but I'm just showing you for the visualization. I have a better option than this. I'll show you in some time. See here. So now, if you run this one, scan, scan will run build will run test will run package. So here you have a this is called pipeline actually, but we are
Oh,
not
okay.
using it. I'll teach you the pipeline different way. So
So the
see,
one I don't know if it is the same thing as what I've seen um at my workplace, but the pipeline dashboard seems different from this one. It has
yeah,
color.
that's you are not using this one. This I immediately made it available for the visualizations, but we can create a pipeline through the coding also. This I want to teach you. Just give me some time.
Okay.
Okay, so this is one pipeline, second pipeline, third pipeline. All the jobs are there. In each job, we have steps actually. So theoretically, you should understand this. This is a pipeline. So here in a pipeline, this is the one pipeline, okay? And the pipeline, this we call it stage. stage scan, stage build, stage test, stage package. And in a build you have a step 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, whatever you job inside the job you configure, we call it steps. Okay, so this is the theory of behind this pipeline. So here you, this arrow is there, here is arrow, that image is not being display but it's there. So did you understand that how to automate, how to integrate? So see here, somehow that you trigger the scan based on the code commit or code push, then build, test, package, everything will happen automatically in Jenkins. And that is the reason we say Jenkins is a CI tool. Correct? Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is important. So now this is called second capability of Jenkins, which is a scheduling. The now last option which we have is feedback. How can we get a feedback? So guys, feedback you can get it through email, you can get it through the chat, okay, you can get it through the pipeline also. Pipeline. This I'll teach you also. Coding. This is coding required actually. How do you get an email? So here, if you have might have noticed, two plugins are already available, and that is go to the manage Jenkins, any job for the sake of it. Let's say create one item, some freestyle, click OK. And here if you see, go to the post build action. Here, two option is already available. One plugin is there, email notification, one which
Mm-hmm.
is a basic one, okay, have
Mm-hmm.
used in the jobs. And another one is advanced one, editable email notifications. So editable, if you go, you can customize everything from recipient list, to list, type of content, subject, attachment, and advanced settings. Here you can set it up many things actually. It can send a email only to the build user or culprits who fail the jobs. Hell lot of options are there. Okay, so these are the two plugins which is already there. Now the question is whether Jenkins will send an email. No, Jenkins cannot send an email. So what to do? You have to set up SMTP server. Where to set up? I think you know that. So go to manage Jenkins, these options here, configure system.
Okay.
So here you have to configure SMTP server. So scroll down a little bit. I don't have a patience. I'll just search for SMTP. This is the advanced one, okay? And second, if you go bottom section, this is the basic one. So you have to set up a SMTP server carefully, and then Jenkins will be able to send an email using SMTP server. So that's it can be enabled. Now, how do you enable the chat? So more or less, we use the two chats. Team we use it, and Slack we use it. But though it support many other chats also. So how do you do that? So same method which I taught you: install the plugin, configure the plugin, use the plugin. So let me install the plugins of the team and Slack. So go to the dashboard, manage Jenkins, manage plugins, available plugins, team. And here this is the one, install without restart. Now second one, let it installed. Done. Now second option, available plugin, go for Slack. Here this is the one, and install without restart. So installing part I have done it, it was so easy, you saw that. Now I have to configure both the plugins. So what to do? Manage Jenkins, configure system. You can scroll down, but I don't have the patience. I'll just search for Slack here, and I will configure it. You need to have a workspace credential for Slack. You will configure it properly, and then Teams also you can configure here. Team option is, it's not there in the job, will be there. So if it's not there, it will be in the job. So Slack you can configure. After that, what to do? Use it. So go to the Jenkins, create a new jobs, Slack demo, style project, click OK. Configure the job whichever way you want. Go to the post build, and here you have Slack options. Where is that? Can you locate? I can't look it. Here it is. See here. So select this when that you want to be notified through the chat, and 360 if you want. Here you have it. I mean team. This is the configuration for team. Okay. So here you can configure, add webhook, URL, name, and advanced options. Some here you have. Okay. So this is the way you can also get the notification using chat. Now what next options we have? Coding option. And this is a very important one, coding options. So pipeline coding. So how do you do that? How do we do that? So coding you can do using Jenkins pipeline. Okay. So this is something which you have to learn. I have a dedicated sessions for 2 to 3 hours only on Jenkins pipeline in LMS. You can check it out. But do you remember this image, all of you?
All right. Yes.
So I'll show you that
And
one example coding, which is very easy to understand. And that is here. Mm, look at this. So this is the one coding, okay? Very simple to understand though, but you have to practice it a little bit. So this is the one pipeline. So same way, this whole thing is one pipeline. This is scripted pipeline actually. Now there's a one stage, stage two, stage three, stage four. So if you look at this here, here you have a one stage, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I have a 5. In the stage 1 we are doing scanning. Here we are doing the build test. So these are steps. So where's the steps? So here you have one stage preparation, and here one of the steps we are doing, git is a plugin name, and this is the URL for the source code. So this line will check out the code. This line will set the tool maven for this variable. Okay. Now there's a build job. Here there's some scripting. If is Unix operating system, if node is Unix, run this clean compile with the sh plugin. Sh plugin, the one shell scripting under the build options. And this is a Windows batch plugin. Okay, clean compile. If it is a UT, same thing. If it is a package, same thing. And you remember this one I did manually? Anyone? All of you?
awesome.
The download.
Yes. So JUnit I configure for the job, right? And then archiving the jobs. So this is the code, archive
Mm.
plugin, JUnit plugin. So this is the way you write a code. So whatever I showed you manually, same thing I'm showing you through coding also. So this we need to practice it. And let me do copy this code and now create a pipeline. So go to Jenkins, create here CI/CD pipeline, and here click pipeline. This is the one. Okay, click OK.
Actually, um,
Oh, there is
check.
a, this is spelling mistake. I mean spelling character is not allowed actually. Pipeline, and this all option is the same except this one. So here you have to give a script from SCM or pipeline, embed the code, paste it, save it, and well now there is a failure in pipeline. So what is a failure? Okay, tool. Okay, there is a problem in that. This variable tool maven is not found. So what exactly we have? Let me check. Go to the dashboard, manage Jenkins, tool, maven. Okay, so here it should be maven. So instead of you rename this one or that one, it's up to you. I'm renaming this one only. Save it. Now go to this, build now. So now I wrote a code which will create a pipeline. And how do we trigger this pipeline? You know already. You can see in the view, and
Mm-hmm.
this is your pipeline. So this you might be seeing in your project actually.
Yes, this is what I see.
Yes. Okay. So this call pipeline, you write through the coding and stuff like that, and this is the way you can get a feedback. Now, few things more we have in this. How do we add the users? So here, if you go to the manage Jenkins, here you can add the users somewhere here, manage users. But I want to show you one last thing here, how to add the nodes. So here you have built-in nodes which
Mm,
was being used, but how do you add a custom node? So new
mm,
node, Linux, permanent node, and for this you need to fill this one more or less: IP address, username, password, keys, and directory. So let's do one thing. Let's use this machine only and go to the TMP and mkdir Jenkins. This directory I'm using as a adding a node. So here this directory, uh, this one, right? Yeah. And you know what? I want to IP address. So IP address I want to get it from. I'm adding same machine as a new node also. That is possible. You have to use the different machine, but just for the demo sake, I'm using the same machines. So here SSH, IP address, credential I don't have. So I have a PPK file, but you need a PEM file. What I'll do, PEM file to PPK file again. You have to convert it. So let's reset the password. So sudo password Ubuntu and Rajesh123, Rajesh123. Done. Now you have to enable the password authentication also, right? So sudo vi etc sshd config, enable the password authentications. Yes, save it. Sudo systemctl restart ssd. Done. So username, I'll give it here. Username and password. Username is Ubuntu and password is Rajesh123. Rajesh123. Rajesh, Rajesh. Done. And this I'll disable it. Save it. Done. So you added this new node. Now you want to check this directory. See here. This is the remoting.jar which is running for each node in each server, node server, and you got this node. So now I got the two nodes. Theoretically, it should be different server. Okay, I use the same server by the way. But the question is, how can we use this node? That is a question.
okay.
So you go to the jobs, demo, freestyle, click OK. The moment you add a nodes, there's one options will be enabled. This options. Remember that.
Which one is
Restrict
this?
where this project can be run. Select
Right.
this, name of the node,
Okay.
Linux, save it, build now. So this job will run in the,
Linux mode.
see that, Linux node. See that here. Remoting workspace
LS.
and demo. See.
Mm,
So this is the way you can add a nodes and use the nodes to the job and use it. Did you understand all of you?
Yes.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the topic in Jenkins. I want you to practice it. Okay. And if you have any doubts and all, ask me a question. I have a lots of tutorials on Jenkins front on DevOps
Mm.
School blog site. So video is anyways there, but again, you want the blogs also tutorial, check it out. Okay, then see you tomorrow. Bye everyone.
Rajesh, before you go, please, my question is actually out of Jenkins. I just want
Yeah.
to understand the because sometimes my team use Postman to trigger jobs. Um,
Yes.
if they don't use
Postman
this.
is like a curl, okay?
It's
I
like
use
a
the curl just in front of you. So many people use the curl postman. Why? So they can
Mhm.
pass lots of data on the body part. Easy to use it.
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video.
Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest.
Thanks for watching.